Welcome back. So today we are going to change things up a bit. I've been doing mostly fiction books, but today I will be doing nonfiction books. So books that really are good for if you want to change yourself physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. It just gives wonderful ideas and simple things to do. So the first one is The 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins. I absolutely love this book. She's incredible. And she talks about, in the beginning of her book, she talks about how her life and her marriage, everything was falling apart with her. But she would wake up and she, hated to wake up. She would, hit the snooze alarm tons of times, and she would say how her kids were always late for school, and she just didn't want to get up. She would drink a lot, and she just was not in a good place. And she said her marriage was falling apart, and it was all hopeless. And one day before she was going to bed, she saw on the TV the NASA space missile going up, and it started off the countdown with 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1, and then it would go. And she thought about that and how she kind of liked that. And so the next day when she got up, she did that. She did 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and she got up. And of course, it wasn't life-changing at first. It wasn't oh, this is just this one little thing is gonna change everything in my life. But she kept doing that, and she noticed how that 5-second rule that she calls it, not the one for when you drop a piece of food and you can still eat it, but for just life, how well it worked. And so she did that with everything. So at first she was getting up, which for some people it's harder than others, and she used that and that helped her. And then with alcohol and everything, she used that as well. But she really, and then she of course later wrote this book, and it just talked about the life-changing, a decision you make in 5 seconds. It only takes 5 seconds to make a decision, really. So let's say you're in the pantry and you see a bag of chips, cookies, whatever your craving, desire, what you love the most is sitting right there. If you stay in there for 5 seconds, there's a guarantee that you are going to go and grab either a chip, a handful. But if you look at it and you just go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you get out of there, then you made your decision. And this rule is for everything. It's so helpful. I don't really use it as much now, but when I've used it, it helps so much, because it's you're telling yourself, you tell yourself this, and you give yourself 5 seconds. It's nope, I made my decision. And so you can use this if you have an interview, or if you have any time you're not wanting to do something but you need to do it. You just go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and just start going into it. But she has really helped so many people. She gets people who send her stuff, for people who are starting to work out, they just say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and go into it, and they're getting it done. So if you want a book if there's some things in your life you should be doing but you're not, and you want something to help you strategize, I would definitely read this book. It's not that long, but it has insightful dialogue, quotes, and she's someone you can really relate to. Everyone has their difficulties, weaknesses that they go through. And seeing someone being very vulnerable and just putting herself out there and talking about how this helped her really can help others. So yeah, it's definitely a good read. And if you already read it, I hope you enjoy this video.
Thanks so much for watching.